I will open the Advisory Plan Commission meeting for Monday, November 9th. First order of business is the minutes from October 26th.
So moved.
Second.
Who was that second? Dine?
Yes.
All right. Motion by Monica and second by Mr. Dine. All those in favor? I'll take roll. Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
Monica?
Aye.
Mr. Dine?
Aye.
Mr. Shell?
Aye.
Or Miss Gardner?
Aye.
And I'm an aye as well. Motion carries 6-0. Anybody else go? Huh?
Schrader's on the line with the phone.
Oh, he is? Okay. Mr. Schrader?
Yeah, aye.
All right. All right. Any special requests or continuances? Seeing none. Any old business? Any old business from the floor? Seeing none, under new business, docket PC 2020-056, the Patel subdivision, hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, primary plat. And this is a public hearing, so it'll be 15 minutes for the petitioner, 15 for the remonstrator, and if need be, 5-minute rebuttal for each. And we'll start by anybody that's going to speak for or against this petition needs to be sworn in at this time.
That'll be Charlie Maddox and Greg Ilko.
Okay. Lori?
Can you state your address for the record, please?
3417 Sherman Drive, Beech Grove, Indiana 46107.
And do you swear under penalties for perjury the testimony I'm about to give is true to the best of your knowledge?
Greg does.
Thank you.
About Mr. Maddox.
Charlie?
I do.
All right. We're good. Greg, you know the routine, so state your name. Well, you've done your address and you've got your name, so go ahead, move forward.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and give the floor to Charlie. And Dale, I'm not sure. Charlie, is there a screen share or something? There's just a quick little PowerPoint, just kind of giving some background and stuff that Charlie's going to share and go over. Any special instructions on that, Dale? Oh, here we go.
Everybody hear me okay?
Yes.
All right. This is the presentation for the Patel subdivision. The address for the site is 1259 North State Road 135. My name is Charlie Maddox with Crossroad. The presentation is on behalf of Mike Patel, the owner. The project is located at the northwest corner of the City of Greenwood jurisdiction, indicated by the star. For the location, it's the east side of State Road 135, just a few hundred feet south of County Line Road.
Okay.
Parcel and existing conditions. The parcel number is located at the top for reference. The parcel is roughly 4.94 acres of commercial property. There are two separate primary structures with associated parking areas. Water, sanitary gas, and electric already serve the property, and there are currently 2 access points from State Road 135. The site is currently zoned commercial medium, or CM, for the updated zoning map. The adjacent properties are also CM or RM, residential medium lot. As I mentioned previously, the existing site is commercial use, so in compliance with the current zoning. Here I've shown the proposed conditions from the primary plat. Quick summary, the proposed conditions include a lot split into 2 lots. One lot, or lot 1, on the west side of the property is approximately 1.24 acres. And lot 2 would be the remainder and is approximately 3.7 acres. The only other improvements include the construction of a 6-foot sidewalk along State Road 135 as requested by the planning staff. Just to summarize some of the planning comments we've received throughout the preliminary stages and the TRC review. The lots created must meet the development standards. We show the setbacks, and the existing buildings do fall within those setbacks. Staff asked that we provide an access easement for the properties to the south. It might be hard to see on the slide, but we do show a 35-foot access easement along the entire south property line. A 5-foot no access easement has been provided between the two curb cuts and the proposed conditions along the west property frontage, just inside the existing access points. That was also requested by staff. As mentioned previously, we're showing a 6-foot sidewalk along the State Road 135 frontage. As it might be hard to see, but grade tags are there as well. And the last thing was to provide any easements on the plat for any on-site utilities not already within existing easements. The plat shows currently a 30-foot drainage and utility easement on the north end of Lot 1, a 25-foot drainage and utility easement becomes variable width as you head east on Lot 2. These easements encompass storm sewer, sanitary sewer, and the gas that were not already within easement limits. And there were already existing easements in place for both water and electric, and those easements are shown on the plat. As I stated before, there are no other improvements included with the project. So with that, I appreciate your time and consideration. I'll be happy to answer any questions if there are any.
Okay, before we do that, is there anybody to speak against this petition? All right, seeing none, we'll close the public hearing and open it up for questions and answers. Any questions from the commission?
Hi, it's Monica. I have a question. What is the reason for dividing it into 2 lots?
The owner is, this is Greg. It's just separating out the 2 primary structures for potential sale.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion. Motion's been prepared.
Mr. President, I move, let me get to the right part of the page. Move to approve the proposed primary.
We lost you, Mr. Shell.
You got me back?
Yep, got it.
I'll start from the beginning.
Okay.
I move to approve the proposed primary plat submitted by Crossroad Engineers on behalf of 1259 Holding LLC for the Patel subdivision, docket PC 2020-056, subject to the one condition of the technical review committee, because the primary plat with the condition complies with the standards in the subdivision control ordinance, and to direct the president to sign in the commission's behalf the notice of determination and written findings regarding the approval of the primary plat as prepared by the planning director.
I second.
All right. Motion by Mr. Shaw, second by Monica. All those in favor of that motion, signify, or I'll call roll. Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
Monica?
Aye.
Mr. Dine? Ms. Gardner?
Aye.
Mr. Schrader?
Aye.
Mr. Shell?
Aye.
And I'm an aye as well. Motion carries. All right. Good luck, gentlemen.
Thank you all. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Any new business from the floor?
This may fall under that heading, talking about next year's Plan Commission schedule. I sent around an email on Friday listing out kind of what's happened, discounting 2020, but what had happened in 2019 specifically, but 17 and 18 followed the same pattern. Plan Commission ends up canceling a number of meetings, and we have a lot more that are also just one item.
Mr. Davis, I'm going to stop you for just a second. We're still seeing Mr. Maddox's screen. You might want to leave the meeting or at least turn the screen back over.
I'm trying to figure out how. For some reason, my options are not showing up anymore.
All right. I was just trying to protect you. I didn't want you popping anything up there that.
Right. 1 second. I'm trying to figure out how. Hopefully, I can just exit out of it.
You can go ahead, Mr. Davis, while he's
Okay.
doing that.
Sure. So the thought was that it might be better if we set a schedule that's more reflective of how often we meet. And looking through the past 3 years, again, discounting 2020 because it's been anything but normal. Our agendas have not been lengthy, and it seemed to make sense proposing going down to one Plan Commission meeting a month. Now, from the Board of Zoning Appeals, they still desire to be at 2 meetings. So it would be this board's option to pick, first or second meeting if that's, the desire. The first meeting, should that be the desire, is probably, excuse me, probably more preferable just because council's the following week. But wanted to bring that to you guys for your consideration.
The only thing I'm concerned about is if someone files something and they have to wait a whole month or so, depending on where it falls on the calendar, to get their stuff approved. I wouldn't want them to think that the city of Greenwood is, I don't know how you would call that, making them wait. They might change their mind, go else perhaps. That's the only thing I'm concerned about.
Yeah, and I was concerned. The legal department had reservations because you want to make sure that everybody has an equal chance at due process. You have a very long agenda, and some people have to wait several hours to be heard. Sometimes people are like, I got to get to bed, or get my kids to bed. I work early, now I can't participate. They're not really getting the due process for the public to participate, or sometimes even the petitioners. And I would much rather see us have meetings and not need them and cancel them to go, we have 7 meetings, 7 agenda items on this meeting. We're not going to get done. We need to call it. Now we got to look at calendars and say, when can you come back and try to, schedule another meeting. But it is up to you, however minute, you want to have or how you want to do it.
And to the concern about, slowing things down, we require pre-filing meetings for everything. So we are able to guide people up front. They would know well in advance that we only have 1 meeting a month. And we don't take things to Plan Commission until we have a good idea through tech. So if somebody would need a waiver or anything like that, that's something they'd know ahead of time. So that would all be built into our project schedules.
Well, the other thing you could do too is obviously you guys got control of the agenda, and once the agenda starts, and I don't know what the number is, 3, 4, 5 items, and if any of them look contentious, maybe you limit that to 3 or 4, and say, hey, that agenda is full, you'll have to wait. It goes back to the whole waiting, making them wait another month, but that's like I said, we got control over the agendas, so you can always push those back, but it is unfair to the petitioner.
But looking back over the past, couple of years, we wouldn't have had an agenda that long where we would have had to push somebody to another meeting to that point.
That's correct. Yeah, that's correct.
That's always speculative. You might have a very busy year instead. You just never know.
Dale, would you be willing to track people who bring projects to you and whatnot, and if they decide not to go through with them for one reason or another, you track the reason why, if it is due to the unavailability of getting approved, go through the approval process?
I mean, we can certainly do that. The reason for projects pulling out, I've only had maybe 2 or 3 pull out since I've been here, and it all comes down to financing. It's rarely us.
Yeah.
But, like you said, this has been a very unusual and unprecedented year, and who knows, maybe 2021 will be the year that things get under control and the industry just takes off in a positive way. We have to think positively, right?
Well, what Mr. Davis didn't, well, I think he alluded to it in his email, but hasn't said here. He did in the BZA meeting, is that he kind of left 2020 out of it. This is 17, 18, and 19. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct. I paid no attention to 2020 because it is an anomaly, to say the least.
Recommend if you do it, you do a full amendment change. If you really want to limit, saying don't put more than 4 items on a public hearing items on an agenda, you probably ought to have that in your rules of procedure, and you don't have that.
Okay.
So you might want to make that rule change.
And to the point of, wanting to be kind of cognizant and aware of people with small kids and wanting to get back and put them in bed and have dinner and all that, this would give us the opportunity to start an hour earlier. Well, I guess not, since BZA is not changing, but that was the original intent.
Right now, the BZA is going to look at staying with 2 meetings for the first couple months and then evaluate it from there. And we can always make notice and change the schedule from there.
Right.
You're on mute, Bob. You're muted, Bob. You look like you were talking.
Well, could we do the same thing? And if by May, recent projects or agendas, we could go on?
Yeah, that's certainly a possibility. And we've got a couple people that aren't on tonight. Matthew being one, he wasn't at the BZA either. So get some input from him on the next meeting.
When does a decision have to be made, Dale?
I would definitely need it by next meeting so we can go ahead and get the 21 schedule published.
Yeah, we'd have to, so they have a 30-day notice.
Right.
I'm not opposed to it. I'm just, concerned for the applicants, I guess you'd say.
Right. And I certainly understand that. And I wouldn't have proposed it if I didn't feel like we'd kind of gotten it into a good place on our end. We've kind of got everybody on track now. So I think it would be a little bit easier on the staff end to control those type of things. But I certainly see the point.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, any announcements?
Nope.
I think we'll discuss it next meeting, Mr. Davis.
Sounds good.
All right. Go ahead and put it on the agenda if need be, so we don't forget it.
Do we have anything on the agenda for the 23rd?
Yes, we do. We have a rezone from Arbor Homes, that's Scottsdale PUD. They're coming back and they want to do it straight zoned under the new ordinance.
Okay. We will have an opportunity on the 3rd. All right. Anything else?
There's no overlay for this week, and it's not looking like there will be for the week of the 23rd either.
Well, that would be the Wednesday night before Thanksgiving. Let's hope not. All right. Anything else? Mr. Shell?
President, motion to adjourn.
Second.
Meeting's adjourned. Thanks, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.